Um, it got mixed reviews. Didn't get bad ones, just not very good ones. Not as much as people were hoping for. Like they were hoping in general that it would be a better game, but and a lot of people can agree on what I say. It's like, yeah, we can agree that the game wasn't as good. Let's hear what Asher says about it.
Thank you for releasing me.
Oh, okay. Well, he didn't have any word on it. Probably because this is, what, 19 years before it came out. Anyway, we were kind of hoping that it would be a much better game when it wasn't. But the problem with critics is that with what the critics said was, they talk about how it's just not a very good game, or like how they bring back a dead genre, or a genre just doesn't work anymore. That is not why it wasn't very good, because collectathons are pretty great, and I like that they're making a comeback despite what critics were trying to say. But like, it wasn't as good because it almost doesn't have its own identity. And that was the biggest problem, was it doesn't, like, if you play Banjo-Kazooie, you know almost exactly what to expect from, like, they may have some changes here and there, but it just, Ukulele feels like bootleg Banjo-Kazooie with different skin, or, different characters and stuff, and names. But, and it's not either exclusive to Nintendo or Xbox, it's on all systems, including PlayStation. And it was, in some places felt a little bare bones, which back in the day made a little more sense, but today's time they can do better, and they didn't really do that. It was a step in the right direction in some ways, but like, there was a lot of things that were just kind of got annoying. Some things that actually were kind of dated, that didn't work, that doesn't work today, that they have in there.
Done well, Spyro. Some dragons thought you weren't ready, but I knew they were wrong.
I'm ready, all right. Ready for what?
Comedy. Anyway, but Ukulele, it didn't really work the way they did things. In fact, there's some things that were in Banjo-Kazooie that work better there than in Ukulele. It's hard to explain what it is. Now, my thing is, I know that if they didn't have that stuff, it seems like fans would complain anyway. So who knows? But it's not what critics were saying. Like, the genre's dead and it should stay dead and whatever they're saying. But Super Mario Odyssey, and Hat in Time have actually proved that that's not the case. Like, it's not, because they proved that Ukulele just wasn't designed as right as well, those games, as other ones in the past, as other collectathons in the past. So, let's see. Andor.
Thank you for releasing me.
Well, you're welcome. So, it's... yeah. Honestly, I would still go back to playing Ukulele. Because it's really not bad. They just didn't do as good of a job as I was hoping. And believe it or not, one of the annoying things is, like, it seemed better in Banjo-Kazooie to have the voices where it's like, that kind of thing. But it didn't seem to work very well in Ukulele, because honestly it seemed like they were louder, And in Banjo-Kazooie, you could at least, most of the time, you could at least skip through a lot of the stuff. A lot of the voice stuff. I was checking for gems there. But like, you could at least skip through them in Banjo-Kazooie or make them faster. And they're a little quieter that way too. But in Ukulele, it didn't really do that. You didn't have that option all the time. And the voices honestly seemed a little louder, as I might have said, and instantly forgot. But, you know, it is what it is, I guess. But one thing that it doesn't really criticize the game for me, it's more like it criticizes the makers, is whenever it was shortly after what am I trying to say here? Shortly after JonTron had, which JonTron is my favorite YouTuber. Shortly after he had given out some beliefs he had, because they didn't match up with, you know, because people got mad at him and stuff, and because they didn't exactly match up with the political beliefs of the people behind Ukulele. Because of that, JonTron's voice was cut out of it, and it was funny to hear it, but of course I had to cut it out. And then I was like, they were just going on about how JonTron's a, you know, racist and everything, and I was just like, I'm not supporting this game. I'm not supporting this team.
Spyro, some big Norks up ahead are wearing armor, and in the ice cave, armor can make their feet very slippery.
Which I've already killed those enemies, but anyway, you know, I didn't want to be like that kind of person that, like, I was still gonna give it a chance at first, like, even though they stupidly cut him out of the game, his voice and stuff, even though that was a really dumb decision. I was still gonna try to give it a chance, and then I hear like how they went on, how the team went on about stuff. I was like, I'm not supporting this. I'm really not supporting this team. I think the game looks good, but I'm not supporting this team. And so you know, there was a lot of people that felt the same way. There's a lot of people that wanted refunds for their Kickstarter money, because they went back on, you know, JonTron, or, you know, betrayed JonTron.
A word of caution, little one. Wait until you grow big, like me, before charging those large enemies.
So, you know, but honestly, by now it's all gone. John Jafar, you know, he was even cool. He's like, you know, stupid that it's too bad they did that, but still good luck on the game. And, you know, so I mean, I think I've moved past it. I think a lot of people have moved past it by now. But the game didn't do very well in general anyway. It didn't do as well anyway. So, you know, it kind of hurt their sales of what they did at the last minute, and it kind of hurt critically because of how it wasn't as good. But I would play it again. I think I'm going to get it on Switch. I originally had it on PS4, but I sold it because I thought I was not going to play it, but then I was like, maybe I'll play it again someday. I mean, I may play it on this channel. But yeah, that was my whole ukulele thing. Spelled more like how it sounds. Y-O-O-K-A, and then Laley with like L, that was a little more complex. Anyway, let us exit the level now, because I think I got everything. Poiple stuff. Give me out your Spyro thing. I just think it's kind of funny that purple was the color they went with for Spyro. No, it's not a problem. It's just they didn't go with blue, or well, I guess because there's already a blue hero. Let's see. So, Sonic rant number 352,000. Let's see. I will be right back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm back, but it may be a choppy. I may have to go back again and all that stuff. But hopefully that won't be the case. But anyway, but like, Sonic rant, that number, the joke number I just made. I'm not trying to. Now what is it I'm trying to say though? I was just gonna say something about Sonic. The one thing I notice is that like a lot of people say Sonic's a jerk now, or Sonic's, you know, self-centered. He's always been that way, or he's always been cocky, and which he sort of has, but in the older games and in the Sonic Adventure games and stuff, and even through like Sonic Unleashed, he's been more like, he hasn't been as cocky. His voice kind of sounded like he was trying to be an educational character, but he wasn't as cocky as he is now, or as like almost self-centered sounding.